All right, Guillermo El Chical Rigondeaux calls out Monster Inoue. And man, I don't think that fight's going to ever happen, but I like that he did. Let's talk about the Monster Inoue Guillermo Rigondeaux fight, if that could happen. You know, this is little itty bitty dude boxing talk, but I love me some Guillermo Rigondeaux and Nonito Donaire. And not Nonito Donaire, but Monster Inoue is getting pitched to everybody as this super great fighter. So it would be a good fight to see. I don't think it's going to happen. I'll tell you why I don't think it's going to happen in this video. All right. Welcome back to Fanon International Boxing, where we chop it up about this boxing several times a day. We put out videos 1 o'clock, 3:15, 5:15, and 8:15 p.m. So make sure you guys keep a lookout if you don't get your notifications to go check for the videos at that time. But Guillermo Rigondeaux just fought Solis in a very entertaining fight, man. I knew Guillermo Rigondeaux was trying to pull the wool over people's eyes, man. I knew it. When he fought Ceja in the last fight that he had at 122 pounds, Guillermo Rigondeaux basically put his forehead down inside, throwing punches and exchanging punches with Ceja. He wound up getting hit a bunch by Ceja, but he winds up knocking Ceja out and winning the fight, right? So people were like, oh, that was a much more exciting style fight for Guillermo Rigondeaux. But why would he do that, right? Why would he do that? Why wouldn't he just move? Why wouldn't he box? Why wouldn't he do that, right? Why would he stand there and punch, right? Now, it's funny because when he moved around, and I said this before, if he had moved around, people would have been booing and complaining about the fact that this dude's footwork is just crazy. X-Man's super skillful thing on display that American boxing fans have been taught to despise. It just amazes me, man. This guy has amazing skill that fighters in the United States, that boxing fans in the United States have been trained and decided that they are just going to utterly reject. So he sits in the pocket with Ceja, and then he's criticized for taking too many punches. Like, man, dude can't do anything right? So anyway, now he moves down to 118 pounds. He's fighting for the WBA regular title against a guy named Victoriano Sosa? Man, I'm sorry, I'm messing up his name. But the guy that he just fought. Can't remember his name, man. I've done so many videos of all these boxers' names. But so he has this fight and he's out there. And the first round, he goes at it the same way he does against Sosa, right? Against Ceja. He sits down, head forward, right there, just walks right to him and starts exchanging punches on the inside. Then what happens is he gets caught with a left. I think he got clipped by a left. Maybe it was a left hook he got clipped by, and he got wobbled, so he had to hold on for dear life, man. Got hit a couple more times, makes it out the round, right? So it's like, oh man, this is gonna be bad because Guillermo Rigondeaux's his legs are shot. I was thinking if his legs are shot, then he's gonna have to keep fighting this guy like this. That's not gonna be good. He's gonna get hit again, and he seems like he's kind of chinny. Because Guillermo Rigondeaux, one thing I'll say, Guillermo Rigondeaux, man, if you catch him clean, you can knock him down, you can hurt him. He does not have the best chin in the world. So with that going into the next, and then all of a sudden, right, Guillermo Rigondeaux just turns into Guillermo Rigondeaux and moves so beautifully, man. Like, I was watching this, I said this on OG Boxing Talk, but I'll say it again here. I was watching the game at a house with a guy whose son plays football with my son who plays basketball, right? And he's in the room we're in the room with a bunch of people who are football players and who are into sports. And one thing that people recognize, if you were sitting there, if you're near trainers enough, like whether it's a basketball trainer, football trainer, a tennis trainer, it doesn't matter. you're going to hear these guys talk about footwork. And that is something that is for most casual observers of any sport. The thing that they will miss, they pay the least attention to is the thing that's actually connected to the floor. You know what I mean? Your feet. And Guillermo Rigondeaux, man, his pivots, his spacing, oh my God, man, it was beautiful. He's just walking down. It's back to what he was doing before. He's just walking around the ring. He's not running. It's not a Paulie Malignaggi type of just flittering around. And actually, Paulie Malignaggi wasn't even that good at that, man. Paulie Malignaggi, one of them, he isn't even ranked very highly, and he's still one of the most overrated fighters I've seen. Anyway, he's not like doing like, say Devin Haney for example. Devin Haney moves a lot like around the ring. Now he can also position you and pivot in and out of the way inside in closer quarters. But I'm just using that type of, moving way on the outside, moving around, staying out of the distance. That takes a lot of freshness in your legs. That takes a lot of energy to do. The way that Guillermo Rigondeaux was moving, it looked like he's just walking in a park. He's just like walking around punches, not moving particularly quickly, just slipping in, slipping out, pivoting here, pivoting there, changing his stance with the way he's moving his feet. Very much like, another boxer that you could see that in. If you ever want to go and look at an old school fighter, the guy that beat, man, God dog, man, I hate that I'm messing his name up, man. But he fought Joe Louis. A lot of people thought that he beat Joe Louis in the first fight. It's not Ezra Charles, and it's not Archie Moore. Man, but if you guys are into the history of boxing, you'll know who I'm talking about. He wound up also getting Jersey Joe Walcott. Yeah, there you go. It came around. Jersey Joe Walcott. If you go back and look at Jersey Joe Walcott fight Joe Louis and don't watch anything but Jersey Joe Walcott's feet, it is absolutely gorgeous, man. This dude, the way that he pivots in, that pivots out, he's walking this way, he's walking that way, and he's just so in control of the position of his body, man. That's what Guillermo Rigondeaux reminds me of, man. That type of footwork, that type of pivoting, and he'll pivot on the back foot. He'll pivot on the front foot. He'll pivot on the back foot. He'll just quickly change the position, his hand movement with it. It's just beautiful, beautiful stuff that he started getting into. I can't see how anybody is not a fan of that, man. I just do not understand it for the life of me. But the fact that I don't understand it doesn't keep it from happening. So he did to me prove that Guillermo Rigondeaux was just trying to bait people into getting a fight. Like, okay, I'm going to make it exciting. I'm going to fight on the inside. I'm going to get a guy a chance to hit me. But when the guy hurt him, he was like, nah, no more chances to hit me. And he pretty much just dominated the rest of the fight. And he cracked him now, hitting him with that left uppercut, the straight left, the left uppercut, kind of flicking jab, not too strong a jab, and just got out of there with the win after that drama happened. Now, afterwards, he says he wants to go monster hunting. Wants to fight Monster Inoue. This is why I don't think that fight's going to happen, man. Monster Inoue ain't that good, okay? Now, Monster Inoue he's not that level of technical fighter. He's just the skill level of Guillermo Rigondeaux and the skill level of Monster Inoue are night and day. Monster Inoue is nowhere near as technically sound or as gifted as a boxer as Guillermo Rigondeaux. And although Guillermo Rigondeaux is much, much older, Guillermo Rigondeaux has one of the biggest punches, if not the biggest punch, at 108, at 122 pounds. And that veteran that was having all that work, once he hit that, man, that dude was feeling it. Bust his cheekbone up like that. Nonito Donaire just fought against Monster Inoue or Inoue Inoue just fought against Nonito Donaire. Nonito Donaire, by the way, that looks much more washed and much more over the hill than Guillermo Rigondeaux looks. And he had everything he could deal with against Nonito Donaire. And he could hit Nonito Donaire. Nonito Donaire has never been somebody that is just impossible to hit. If Monster Inoue is in there with a guy that can just walk around him and feint him and shift him out of position and hit him with those big shots and avoid Monster Inoue really landing anything, dude, he could embarrass Monster Inoue, even though Monster Inoue would probably get the call because of the politics of it. He very well could do it. Now, there is the chance that because Inoue is a big puncher, that Inoue could really catch Guillermo Rigondeaux. But here's the thing. Monster Inoue is not proven really to me that he's some big killer puncher at 118 pounds. He went the distance with Nonito Donaire. He cracked Nonito Donaire with a body shot that dropped him, a nice body shot that dropped him. But he's not going to hit Guillermo Rigondeaux with that. So so the size advantage isn't that significant. I don't think the fight's going to happen because Monster Inoue is signed with Top Rank, and Top Rank ain't until Guillermo Rigondeaux gets stone cold knocked out. I don't, or he's got somebody in there like Lomachenko, who's like 3 weight classes above. I don't see it happening for the dude. But anyway, man, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing it all. There's a lot of people, Monster Inoue would run through him, dude. Go look at the feet again, man. Beautiful footwork. Anyway, that's my thought on the matter, and it is what it is. Hey, thank you guys so much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Also, thank you everybody that joined them as a member and everybody that supports on the Patreon. And with that, I'm out. Peace.